this is a silent scope. I finally realized that no matter how much I talk, it is a silent scope. I can talk. I can talk because no one's listening to me anyway. So we can talk. Oh my gosh, I can talk as much as I want, and it's still a silent scope. And because I so badly want to be surrounded by other people's positivity, I share stuff that I need. I need to be the positive guy. But to be the positive guy, I have to look like a really negative guy. And I think all of you guys already knew that. I spread my positivity to you. Spread it all over me like butter. I want it. Yes. That's what I'm realizing, guys. Yeah, all the numbers came from the negativity, but like, I wasn't negative. Oh, I became negative. But like, I can let everybody be negative while I'm positive, and I get all the positivity. Hashtag silent tube. And the people who want positivity won't give it up to me. Right? The people who actually want positivity will keep their positivity for themselves. And the people who don't will give me their positivity. And my interpretation that they're giving me negativity, no, they're giving up their positivity. They could be positive in the broadcast and I would just be half positive. But when they're negative, I have to be that much more positive. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I want to spread it like a smooth oil lotion, ready to massage those negative feelings away. And I don't have Katie here to laugh because she ran away so that she could do whatever she's doing. Here, she's here in the house, but like, she ran away. You were obviously positive. It worked. Thank you. It's just, I had to realize just how positive I really am. Almost bad enough that I let them convince me I wasn't. What's for breakfast? It is like lunchtime for me now. We've been awake for a while. What was it, 9:30? Oh, by the way, I'm only on till 10 o'clock. So I'm only going to be live for a little bit yet. Breakfast was fried chicken. Not bad. Oh my gosh, Chris. That's funny. But it is funny. It's just a joke. And it's okay for that to be just a joke. You know? That's okay. That's okay. That can be just a joke. I'm not picking up that phone, buddy. This is my show. It's my show. You want to be on the show, come into my comments and pay me. I don't know what on earth makes you think you have the audacity or the right to call my personal phone number. No, I will acknowledge you on screen where I get paid while you just ring, because you don't deserve my actual time. You want my time for free. I finally realized that ain't happening. Or you know what? Me picking up that phone is content. Let me call him back. That is content. That is me making up money. But it was a private number because he's a pussy. So, oh well. Conger calling. More than likely. It's the only private number I get. Everybody is too smart to call me. Everybody else is too smart to actually call me. Right? They realize that when they call me, I make money. And they don't want me to make money. But this guy, he'll call me from a private number because he's completely delusional and believes that he's not making me money, which makes me more money. So let him have what he thinks he has. Guys, let him have it. Because what I'm realizing is if I let him have the delusional portion that he thinks he deserves, guys, it's overselling him. If he realized that if he just chilled out and made money, like did his own thing, then he'd do really good, right? No, Let him think he's my biggest hater. I can oversell him, right? Or I can undersell him. I can let him have 1, 2, 3 grand a month when I'm making millions. And he'll be perfectly happy with that amount of money because he won't give up his pride. Let him have his pride. Let him have it. Let him chase after me. He stays poor. But to him, 3 grand a month is rich. So let him have it. Oh my gosh. I am done fighting over his $3,000 a month that he will make when I have millions. Let him have it. Manifest destiny. I'm giving him a place. It's where he belongs. And he won't try to ruin my life, actually. He'll only work towards it. If I let him, then he will. But he doesn't actually want to do that. He wants to make money on me. So for me to be responsible is to keep him on just as enough of a leash to give him some of what he thinks he wants so he never actually gets what he wants. Maniacal? No. The reason it's not maniacal is because I'm honest about it on screen. Right? The hidden hand. It's not real. It's not real. It doesn't have to be, guys. The establishment. Are we seriously? Everybody has to go conspiracy. And guys, here's the thing. I'm realizing I'm the one that's not the conspiracy theorist. I'm starting to realize it's the people who are looking for that hidden agenda that are the conspiracy theorists. And I looked for a hidden agenda for so long. Guys, I'm telling you, I sniffed and sniffed and sniffed, and there's actually nothing to hide. Nothing is hidden anymore. We just keep choosing to hide things that are in plain sight so that we never find them, so that we keep looking for them. Life is so easy and simple. It is when we let it be. Here's what I'm gonna explain. I was sitting doing my post times, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna try and figure this out, right? When's the best time to post? I realize there is one person in my life who doesn't fit into any of the mind mapping or the pictures or the fantasies, all the realities I built for myself, right? There is one person that doesn't fit into that, and it is one person who was there when no one else was. And I realize it's the one person who's remained smart enough that nobody actually knows who they are. Nobody. Because it's me. I was the one person that was there for me. At home in Sugarloaf. I literally, in 2018, I outsourced myself. I had another human being that was there for me in 2018 when I was having my breakdowns. Here's another private number. Right? Guys, as long as they want to be that hidden hand, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I don't need it. I don't need one. I don't need someone else to justify my existence. They are on the other end of that glass screen, right? It's not a glass ceiling. It's a glass wall. It's right here. It is right here. It's real. You need to believe in yourself before anyone else will. Absolutely, City Slicker. Absolutely. You guys see, I finally believe in myself. Guys, I believed in myself when I was a kid. All right? 10, 11, 12 years old. Playing video games nonstop. Better at it than anybody around me. Selling stuff on eBay as a kid. Right? I would work the farm stand. And I could sell 30 cantaloupes in 3 days. Right? My family would attest to that, right? Is I had those skills. But I didn't believe in myself enough. And they knew that. They did not take advantage of me. My family was not bad at all. All they did was realize that I was too much for them to handle, which is completely appropriate. That is completely warranted. Of course they didn't know what to do with me. Look at how much I am. You know, just answer him. I'm not, because there's no hidden hand to look to. There is no imaginary creature. There is no battle. This is not a drama, a tragedy, or a comedy. It is my real life on this screen. And he sure as hell is not a part of my real life. All right? The internet is smoke and mirrors. And this guy came to me through smoke and mirrors. He only exists as smoke and mirrors. And the moment you wipe away that smoke, all you see is the mirror. All right? I'm looking at myself. I'm talking to me. That's what I finally realized is when I put this phone down, no wonder all of the older generations just think we're nuts for being on this phone. Think about it. All the older generations think we're nuts for making a living staring at ourselves. Because in a sense, it is nuts, you know? It's a piece of glass. It's nothing but a piece of glass. But nobody believes that. And that's why I can literally tell the truth 100% and be completely safe. No one's coming after me. No one even cares, right? Because they want to be entertained. But real life has officially become entertaining. So guys, I no longer have to sit in front of the screen to provide you entertainment, you know? I can take this phone and I can step outside, away from where a private number won't stop calling me on my third phone. I am no longer confined. I am no longer confined to that chair because it's not real. Because it's all fantasy. It's all fake illness that I let other people build for me. Now, in the ironic drama, I would step outside of this house and I would get shot, killed, arrested, something like that. But it's not going to happen because that's not real life. Real life is that I get to show you guys the world just like I did before, right? And if people that are making smoke and mirrors and playing games want to do that, all I need to do is take my brain off the screen and realize that I am literally just walking down the street. There's nothing crazy special about it. I'm just walking down the street, right? People are going to notice. It's weird. I'm talking to a glass screen. But this is actually real life. People around me know that, right? They're living their life. They're doing their job. They're like, who the hell is this guy? What's he doing? What a weirdo. Of course. Because it is weird. It is weird. All right? But who are the actual pioneers? It's the people who are willing to come out in a regular life while everyone else is doing their regular thing and do the weirdest thing. All right? I'm doing the weirdest thing. I'm talking to a blank screen. Right? It's weird. But there's nothing wrong with being weird. Why does there have to be? Because somebody else told you that there has to be a problem with being weird. And so I guess we're hitting the road again, aren't we? At some point. I don't know what that looks like yet. I let society convince me that I wasn't good enough to do what I'm doing right now. Right? Because some crazy mofo from Texas calls the police every time I make a video just to harass the public and try and blame it on me. The only thing that I ever had to do to make sure I never got in trouble for stuff I didn't do was act like the normal person that I am. Right? I'm just a normal person doing something unique. It doesn't mean I'm a unique person. I'm not. I'm a really smart guy that saw an opportunity on this phone. That is all that I am. That's it. That's it. Nothing special. Absolutely nothing special. Have you been uncomfortable with going outside or going places? I let other people convince me there was a reason to be uncomfortable, right? I was sold on the idea of discomfort, okay? I let other people convince me that I had to be uncomfortable with doing this job. I let other people convince me that it had to be uncomfortable to be on camera in public. Why does that have to be uncomfortable? Doesn't have to be, right? But what life do you want to live? That's your choice. There is nothing wrong with wanting to be the maintenance guy or the landlord or the farmer. I've literally got all that, or an accountant. Everybody does have their place. I was sold on the idea that being a vlogger was better than being an accountant or being a maintenance man or a landlord no, it's not true. It's not true at all. Everybody is actually equal, right? And how equal we're willing to be with one another is going to help decide how much we get out of this life. How much do you want? And as I get uncomfortable, I want to walk back inside, right? I tell myself I'm uncomfortable. No, other people are uncomfortable with what I'm doing, and I can feel that, right? I can feel that. Because on some level, that's, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't have your answers. I don't even have my own answers. I'm finally willing to admit I don't have my own answers. I'm not nuts. I don't have problems. I'm a dude on a screen. All right? You're looking at a screen. That's all you're looking at right now, is your version of what you see on this screen. It's the only thing you're seeing. Nothing else. Anything else that you see, it's based on the life that you live. Right now in this moment, I am only real to me, okay? Because yeah, that's the definition of insanity, right? Is where you live in your own reality and everyone else just thinks you're nuts. Well, isn't that vlogging? Isn't that what YouTubing is? It is where you say that your reality is so important that you will live what looks like a false reality around everybody else. You'll make money for no good reason, quote unquote. If that's the definition of insanity, then everybody on YouTube, aka billions of people, are insane. And if we're ready to say that, well, then I guess I'm society's martyr. But you know what? I already know that it's not true. It's not true. All right? The only people who are in danger are the ones that ask for danger. Every time I picked up that phone and I'm answering my haters and I'm scared and I'm hiding in my house. Because I'm scared. Because I grew up on a farm in the middle of nowhere where everybody was afraid of nothing. How did I know that? Because I knew there was nothing to be afraid of when I was young. So as my family was like, you got to watch this, watch out for that, watch out for this, watch out for that. Why? When you're smart enough to avoid danger and realize that the people around you want to hear what you have to say, they don't want to listen. There's a difference, right? As an entertainer, people want to hear your words, but still have permission to live their own life, and realizing I'm not the one that gives them permission to live their own life, right? They're just doing their job. They're not on camera. Nobody cares. They don't want people to care. They want to live their life, and I can live mine. So why don't we all learn to respect one another's space, right? But we can do that by also living along one another, right? Alongside one another. So as I learn, okay, everybody has their own places, I'm learning as I say this, realizing, okay, yeah, I can do my job, but maybe I can quiet down a bit. Maybe that's Logan Paul and Jake Paul's problem. They won't quiet down. You have to just respect people's space too, maybe, right? Not because of a perceived danger, but because it's respectful. Why do I want to be? Is respect mandatory? Absolutely not. Respect is not mandatory. Respect is a choice. You don't have consequences for being disrespectful. You live in a society where people say that you're going to have consequences if you don't be respectful. But being respectful is the right thing to do. That's why you do it. You be respectful because it's the right thing to do, not because you have to do it. Because that's real life. Right? How's it going? Good. That's that curiosity, because people want to hear something good. Right? And the moment I realize that there's no danger in the situation, good things just start to happen. Good things, and can you explain it? I'm sure it's explainable, but I don't care to explain it anymore. Because what do I consider a good thing? Human interaction. That's what's good to me. Am I smart? Am I dumb? Or am I just different? Am I just different? I'm just different. That's it. I'm different, right? And go ask Katie if she wants to go for a walk, because there's no danger. There's no danger. People say me trapping her in a house. I'm not trapping her in a house. It's her life, right? And she's listening to me. I finally see that. So we're going to go for a walk because there's no danger. Haters say there's no danger, right? Why should we be trapped in a house? So let's not be. Let's enjoy a walk. And Katie's already getting her jacket on. She's like, oh my gosh, I worked hard enough to heal this man. And we get to go outside. Guys, yes, Katie absolutely gave up everything for me. She gave up her life, her sanity, her health, everything for me. But did she really do it for me? Why don't you tell him? Or are you still afraid of them? Katie, look at me. Am I afraid?
No.
Do you need to be?
No.
Do you want everybody or just yourself? Because I realize in life, those are the options. Do we respect anybody, everybody, or nobody? So I respect you. If you don't want to be on screen, that's fine. But you definitely don't deserve half of what I'm getting, let alone a third. But you can deserve that. But that's your life. Those are your choice. But this is my screen. Right? So even if you were on my screen, you wouldn't get my half. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just life. And we can live it how we want. So I'm not going to try to get you on screen so that you can tell them what I want them to hear. Right? Because that's what I'm doing, isn't it? And I see it. We're just going to go outside. That's it. Kate doesn't need any more pressure. I'm put the pressure. There's no pressure. Why does there need to be pressure? It's two human beings walking down the street. Isn't it? You knew that. I was the delusional one. I let them convince me that the screen was real life. Or did I convince myself the screen was real life because I didn't want to admit that my family did the best that they could do? And that I keep jumping back and forth, right? And maybe I do jump back and forth a couple of more times. That does not make me bipolar. It doesn't. Doesn't make me bipolar. The only thing that makes me is confused. Because I believed one thing for a very long time, guys. And you don't get over it overnight. Or do you? You do. I am over it. But here's the thing. If I show you guys that I'm over it all at once, you're gonna freak out. It won't match you with your rationale. And then the actual danger will be real. Because when people can't cope with reality, that's when they become dangerous. How do I know that? Because that was me. So I have to respect the people who actually are ill. And put the phone down, make the phone call that we actually had to make, and then go for the walk we were already to take anyway. Mm-hmm. So maybe we just take that walk. No, I don't have to shut this phone down. I don't have to. There's nothing to shut down. But what did I do? I had great connection with Verizon, and I screwed that up because of my ill choices. So now we won't even have service to be able to do that. Right? So I have limited myself, haven't I? And at the end of the day, we must respect time. Even if I don't want to, I am forced to respect time either way. And since I wouldn't respect time in a positive sense, right, that it would take me time to get somewhere good, I disrespected the current moment and I got myself somewhere bad. So now I realize I have to respect time to get back to somewhere neutral, and then I can earn my way the rest of the way. And I've made such a deficit, and in respect of time, I finally realized I'll never get where I wanted to be. Or is it the only way I ever would have gotten anywhere? I don't know. I don't care anymore. I'm just hungry. Peace out.